4 self-affirming books that are great for kids.
Welcome to Bookish.
Hey, welcome back to Bookish. Bookish is a series where my toddler and I rate, review, and recommend children's books.
I promise!
This is written by LeBron James and is illustrated by Nina Mata, who is a New York Times best-selling illustrator. And if you look at these illustrations, you'll know exactly why that is. Look at these illustrations. When I got to this page, I knew immediately I was going to buy the book. Just looking at it, it reminds me of The King of Kindergarten, which we'll talk about in another episode. First of all, look at this little boy's hair. Look how she illustrated that. Beautiful. So it just continues. Very beautiful pictures, very beautiful drawings. Obviously a basketball reference. This is a LeBron James book. Can't leave that out. The reason why I chose this book as one of the 4 self-affirmation books that are great for kids is because the kids are basically making promises for themselves that they can keep. So one of them is, I promise to work hard and do what's right to be a leader in this game of life. That's like an NBA reference, but it's LeBron James again, so do what you will with that. It says, I promise to go to school and read as much as I can, to follow the rules and respect the game plan. There's a black teacher in this black classroom. I feel seen in this. I'm an adult. So yeah, we love this book. We love it mainly because of the illustrations. We also love it because the promises are simple to understand and to keep. And we love a LeBron James. Overall, I'm going to give this book a 3 out of 5. And honestly, I gave it a 3 instead of a 4 because it's not telling a story. It's just a book of affirmations, which I can appreciate. I want my kid to hear these sentences, say them, believe them, internalize them, know his worth. And know the promises he's keeping, the promises he's making to others and to himself. But I also like to tell a story at bedtime. I like that entertainment factor. So seeing these beautiful illustrations, I would have loved to see more character development, to hear more about the children in the book. And so that's why it's getting a 3.
Hero.
It is written by Matthew Cherry, and it is illustrated by Vashti Harrison. The illustrations are great. The rest of these books, you're going to be like, wow, you picked the best illustrated books. I really did. Even though this book is about a little girl, I like to read it to my son because they have the same hair texture and I want him to love his hair. Look how beautiful. This is not even the first page. This is just intro stuff. Look how beautiful. Look at those big eyes. She's a superhero. I love this. I want to imbue that same love and spirit of pride and joy and one's hair into my son. So I feel like this book definitely helps with that. Also, can we talk about the dad? He's tatted up. Okay, he has tattoos. He has locks. I mean, talk about representation. Talk about seeing yourself. Talk about relatability. Whether you have a kid with curly hair or not, I think it's important that we're able to appreciate the differences in others. Hair Love is about a little girl named Zuri who loves her hair. It's natural and it's wonderful, but she wants to find the perfect hairstyle for a special day. While she's doing this, she's trying to do some stuff on her own. Her dad sees her struggling and he wants to help out. And he kind of fumbles a little bit, but the magic of social media and good hair care products, they're able to put something together that looks amazing at the end. I'm gonna give this book a 4 out of 5 because it's not just words of affirmation. It is affirmation told through a story of a little girl who is loving her hair and discovering all the versatility and beauty and greatness and glory that is her hair. So we really love this book and I hope you guys check it out. This book is written by Samara Cole-Doyen and illustrated by Kalani Juanita. This book, like the I Promise book, is not necessarily a complete story told. It's sort of poetry and words of affirmation. Look at her hair. Come on. It's beautiful. Okay? So we're just going to talk about the illustrations for a little bit before we get into the actual affirmation. There's poetry and then there's illustration poetry. And this is me. To match with the beauty of the illustration are the most magnificent words. This is poetry. It's poetry. A little sample of what it says is, amber brown like honey harvested from the hive in Auntie's yard, a sacred healing elixir, a balm for the beleaguered, voices and aching throats. So it is a children's book, but it is beautiful for adults as well. If you love a good piece of artwork, illustration, this is a great book for you. What kind of wins it over is just the words in this book. They're so beautifully chosen and crafted and silky and smooth, and it feels like curling up in the fall with your favorite drink and having like smooth jazz play in the background. I love it.
I believe I can. Panda time is a riddle with a guy and the girl.
I Believe I Can is written by Grace Byers, and the photos are by Katora Bobo. So this book, like I Promised by LeBron James, doesn't tell a story. It just has sentences that are affirmation. What I like about this book is the affirmations are spot on. You can also do them for yourself while you're reading this to your kid. It's like a 2-in-1. This can be true for kids to say, but it's also true for me to say. As an adult, you still need to believe you can, and you still need to have affirmation. And so it's good to see a kid's book like this. I liked the clean white space, but I could have also used a little bit more filled in here. I like when there's full bleed. I like when there's a lot of like characterization and illustration in the background. So one of the affirmations that I love and that I think is great for adults and for kids, it says, "When I believe in myself, there's simply nothing I can't do." So that's it. Those are 4 kids books for affirmation. Do you read self-affirming books to your kids? Do you like to just tell them storybooks or chapter books? What kind of books are you reading to your kids? I'd love to know. If you enjoyed any of these books, I will be linking them in my Amazon shop. So if you'd like to check them out, you can do that. The link is in my bio. So that's it. Join us next time when we review and rate and recommend more books that we love.
Thanks for watching. Bye.